Hey again, everybody, and welcome into the Handicap Spot. We're parking you closer to your financial dreams each and every week. I'm your host, Luke Robinson, and with me as always is the only handicapper on Danny Sheridan's speed dial, Mr. Chicago Bob Parlay.
I don't care about any of your personal problems. You know and I know payday is Tuesday. That's when we settle out. Okay, love you too. See you tonight, Ma. Hey, everybody. And Luke, to start off this week, I got a little icebreaker out there for you. Knack, knack.
Who's there?
Your bookie.
Your bookie who?
Your bookie who owes you a boatload of cash because you went with my picks last week. Chicago Bob here, and I'm fresh off a 3-0 start to get this season.
Bob, I'm sorry. You went 2-1 last week. You had Auburn last week.
Look, everybody knew Utah State was a lock.
Bob, I was hosting the show last week. I know that you picked Auburn to cover that ball game.
That's your opinion. Let's roll that tape. Well, my pick of the week for this week, I'm going to go with the
Utah State Aggies.
Look, Coach Gene Chisnick and his staff. So as you can see, I clearly had the Utah State Aggies as my game of the week for the week last week.
Clearly you did, Chicago Bob. Well, listen, I understand that for your pick of the week this week, you're going back to the plains of Auburn to pick against the Tigers again.
Absolutely, Luke. It looks like Coach Gene Chisnick and his staff are having a hard time adjusting to life without Cam Newton and such. But what I'm going to say is, look, Ted Roof's defense covers less than Cheryl Teague's undergarments. And I think that the Mississippi State Bulldogs are going to come in there, run roughshod over these Auburn Tigers. I think they win by at least double digits.
By at least double digits. So you're saying there is a chance it could be triple digits.
I think this one may get out of hand.
Clearly, again, Chicago Bob. Well, listen, let's go ahead and move on into your pick of the month for this week. And I understand you're staying in the SEC.
Look, it's been good to me. I was 3-0 last week, as we've learned earlier in the show. I'm going to go as my game of the month for the week. I'm going to take the South Carolina Gamecocks. They're going to be traveling to Athens to take on the Bulldogs. Last time we saw those Bulldogs, they were laying on their back like a bunch of dead cockroaches at the floor of the Georgia Dome. I tell you what, Mike Rick's so unpopular, he'd take the MARTA back to the hotel. So I think that Coach Steve Spurrier and his Gamecocks are going to run down there and beat up on those Bulldogs. I'm saying by 2 touchdowns. You only got to lay 2 points, so I think that you take the Gamecocks.
And Bob, for your pick of the year for this week, you have something really special for the folks. Let's go ahead and put that graphic up.
As you can see, this is my very rare interconference Mason-Dixon crossover watch changer road favorite lock of the year for the week.
Wow, Bob, what a huge pick you have coming out so early in the season.
You heard me. So we're going to be heading down to Happy Valley, where it's going to be the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the Nittany Lions. Alabama still hasn't got all the Spartans out their cleats from the last time they played a team from the Big Ten. I tell you what, I've heard Alabama's running back Trent Richardson's so strong, he can gargle peanut butter. Tell you, the last time Joe Pa covered against a team from the South, he was playing Robert E. Lee in their Road Grays. So what I'm telling you is lay down 1 mortgage payment and take Alabama and lay the 10.
Solid pick and solid information right there, Chicago Bob. Well, that's going to do it this week for the Handicap Spot. Thanks so much for being with us. Be sure to be back with us next week. We certainly hope Chicago Bob is.
Yeah.